special welcome to all my ALLAFIA family all over the world. How are you doing today, all my beautiful people? It is a beautiful day, a beautiful world, a beautiful time, a new world, a new time, a new light, and a new life. It is up to you. Become a decision maker in your own lane. It is very important. It is your birthright. ALLAFIA. What we're going to be talking about in Ifala ministry today is really, as always, we know that Ifala is nature, so we're going to continue to learn the best way in which we can connect with nature, because the nature is every day, every blink of an eye, every second, every hour, every day, every month, every year, every week, connecting with us. So yeah, we're going to talk about nature, but from the aspect of your personal person. You know, your own personal relationship with nature that obviously connected every part of nature that you are. To know an hero, you've got to become an hero. And that is not a matter of tale. Right. You know, your mind is the world. And if your mind is your world, then you and what I is saying to every person is that it is your responsibility, your duty to gather your mind together and reset your mind. What am I saying by that is that the way in which each and every one of us connect with nature has to improve. It has to move us forward, because if you gather your mind together and you reset your mind, naturally nature herself will guide your path, and that will enable you to move forward in everything that you do. But the key thing here is, how do we communicate with nature? Can you genuinely, honestly say to yourself that you have gathered your mind together and that you have reset your mind in the manner that in nature herself has written it and compiled your mind together for you? Are you functioning in that compilation of your mind that nature has given you? Have you actually connected to the responsibility that nature, has given you? You have to rearrange your mind. You have to make your mind to work for you, so that your mind does not end up working for another person, whether you know it or not. Arrange your mind to make your mind to work for you. So gather your mind, reset your mind, rearrange your mind to make your mind to work for you. Mind is like a maze. That is the world really. That is your world really. So gather your mind together, reset your mind, rearrange your mind, and make your mind to work for you. When you gather your mind and you rearrange your mind and you reset your mind, anyhow, you like it, whether you even yourself like it or not, your mind will begin to work for you. It means this is your world because your mind is your world. And in this new day, what that is requesting or requiring that you do for yourself is that you must gather your mind together, reset your mind, then rearrange your mind and make your mind work for you. And this is not something you will do once. What does that mean? In essence, is that your relationship with nature has to be improved, has to be better than where it was yesterday. And that is the energy in which you should, be connecting your time with. And to put that in one word, it means praise. We have to and connect, our praise with nature. And when I say that to know an hero, you yourself have to become an hero, and it is not a matter of tale. What I mean by that is, it is a matter of your livelihood. It is a matter of your economic. It is a matter of how you contribute to your community. In practicality, it is a matter of you making sure that your mind is not working for somebody else. For example, say for another country or for another community or for another people or for another continent, for example. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Your mind has to be working for the purpose that nature put it there for. So if nature puts you in a certain community, it means nature is requesting that you connect your mind, your energy, your mind, your world to your own community. And how do you do that? It's simply by, understanding and appreciating the meaning of what economic means and what you are meant to be doing by that. Because even when you say praise, the most important praise a person can do and connect to nature with has to be a guidance of how you can be productive as a person, as an individual. And naturally, just by you doing that, nature will enable you to connect to every other aspect of who you are. It's like, for example, a stretch of your hand. Do you get it? That is really should be your own lane. And that should mean a lot to you. You should know what you're doing with it. And you can't really know this in truth unless you communicate with nature with praise rather than complaints or confusion or the temptation of making yourself look like or acting like or talking like better than nature herself or himself. But when we're talking of ourselves or himself, we still have to refer back to nature. And when we say ourselves, we're really saying oneness of all. The energy is the oneness of all. Is the one energy that spread across the world, the universe, the planet, the galaxy. Do you get it? You know, but you should be able to know what you are doing with your own world by the measurement of the stretch of your arms in every angle, every side and the center and straight part of it. And if you don't know that, what I'm saying is start by praise. That's how you should communicate with nature, you know, saying good things, guidance, asking for guidance, saying beautiful things to nature, because it's really what you say to nature that nature will say to you in return. It's a finger in which you point to nature that nature will point to you in return. Same is the words that we speak really. It's what we speak to nature that nature will speak to you. But from my experience, I note that people tend to speak, you know, to nature in different ways. You know, what might mean good to you, somebody else can somewhat translate it to mean something else, you know. And that's why the key word here is really your mind. What is your own mind? Speaking to your own personal person. What is your personal person that I'm referring to here is your creator, is nature. And that is what you really need to go by. And that is why it's very essential that speaking other people's language, it is definitely not beneficial. Because when you communicate to nature in somebody else's tongue, you are not creating a smooth communication between you and nature. You're not creating a progressive move forward or state of being with nature. And that way, how do you want nature to guide you or respect you or respect your communication with nature? And another way that, you know, I notice that human being will behave, we human beings will behave to nature is that we tend to think nature is you can tell nature what to do, or you can use nature as you please or you desire. I can say for myself that it has to be the other way around. Because when you feel like that, and I'm talking energetically here, you know, it is in that line of way that nature will connect with you. And when we have a good, sincere, you know, craft or art, it's exactly the same thing that nature would do. And what I'm saying now, what we are being taught, ordinarily speaking, is to take advantage of things. And when we take advantage of things, anything at all, that's like you're taking advantage of nature. That's like you're telling nature you know better than nature. And you can't tell somebody how to treat their own nature really, but you can decide how you treat your own nature, how you treat your own world. Do you get me? That's what I'm trying to say in a simple, you know, way. Factogram comedy. Today, oh, hey, I'm giving my praise to nature. Nature has given all my praise back to me. Hey, I'm giving my praise to me. Àlàáfíà. I cannot give it to somebody else. I'm giving all my praise to. I'm giving my praise to. You know, you give your praise to nature now. Nature got nowhere to take your praise to. Shire. Nature can only give it back to you. But because some people, they make themselves, you know, looking around, they want a favor, yeah, that nature has written concerning you, that nature has given you. But it is your job, it's your own business. It is your job to make sure that that's not the case. How do you do that? Become a real person. Become sincere. You know, give your praise to nature. Don't give it to another person. It doesn't matter what to another person. They just say, nature, make sure anybody will want come collect my praise. Make it make you remove that person. Remove the person. Because I want to give my praise only to nature. Because only nature give me the praise now. I love you, nature. Àlàáfíà in every way.